With our Slack workspace all set up, we are now ready to integrate Dialogflow with Slack. On our Dialogflow page, click on the integrations link on the left navigation pane, and it will take you to a page which will show you all the single click integrations that are possible with Dialogflow. Integrating with these apps just involve a few configuration settings that you have to set up, and then you're done. Since we're integrating with Slack, simply move that slider over to enabled. This will bring up a screen which has a form where you type in the app credentials that we'd seen back in the Slack page. These are the details that we need to copy in: Slack client ID, client secret, and verification token. We won't be setting the optional success page setting. Hopefully, you have the page with the credentials open. That's where we left off in the last clip. Simply copy over these details to the Dialogflow integration page. Once you have the credentials all set up, scroll down and notice that Dialogflow has generated two URLs. These are the URLs that Slack will use to authorize Dialogflow to integrate with Slack, and also where Slack will send events once messages are received on the stock market tracker bot channel. Copy these URLs and then switch over to the Slack page and click on OAuth and permissions from the left navigation pane. On this page, go to the section titled Redirect URLs and paste in the OAuth URL from Dialogflow. This is the URL that Slack will use to authorize itself to our Dialogflow bot. Once your bot has been set up, these authorization actions will happen completely behind the scenes. Go ahead and click on the Save URLs button so that this redirect URL is saved, and then switch over to the Event Subscriptions page using the left navigation pane. And here at the very top of the page, paste in the Dialogflow URL to which Slack can send events. Remember that we had configured in the last clip for our bot to listen to direct message events on its channel. When you paste in the event request URL, Slack will check it to see whether it's valid, and if it is, you'll see the verified and a check mark next to it as you see on this screen. Go ahead and hit Save Changes. Here I've tried to give you a big picture understanding of the steps that you need to take in order to integrate Dialogflow with Slack. If you want additional details on why we set up certain configuration parameters the way we do, please make sure that you read the additional documentation that is available on the Slack as well as the Dialogflow page. We are now ready to distribute our Dialogflow integration. Our bot user, click on Manage Distribution on the left nav pane. If you click on the Add to Slack button that you see on screen, this is what will make your bot live on your workspace. We are now deploying our bot to our Looney chat workspace. Notice that Slack gives us a warning here saying that this app hasn't been reviewed or approved by Slack. So this is your homegrown app. It's not for wider distribution. Go ahead and click on authorize. We trust our bot and we're not planning to distribute it elsewhere. And you should see the satisfying bot connection success screen. Now let's switch over to our Slack workspace and take our bot for a test run. Go to slack.com and sign into your workspace. This is the Looney chat workspace where we've enabled our bot. This will take you to the Slack messaging screen that we are familiar with. Notice though on the left under apps, our stock market bot is now online and it's ready to answer our questions. Click on the stock market bot and let's send it some direct messages in order to get information on stocks. Tell me about Amazon. And it comes back immediately with, would you like opening, closing, high, or low price? I'm interested in the opening price and I say so on this channel. And just like in our test, it comes back with, what date would you like this information for? Let's say I want it for yesterday. And success. The opening price for Amazon on 13th November 2017. And with this, we come to the very end of this module and to the end of this course as well. In this module, we worked with third-party integrations for Dialogflow. We set up a Slack workspace in order to host our stock market tracker bot. And we then integrated the Dialogflow chatbot with Slack. a series of simple steps which involve configuring the right parameters on Slack as well as Dialogflow. We've covered a lot of ground in this course. We started off with a basic introduction to chatbots, understood the building blocks of Dialogflow, learned how to manage linear and non-linear conversations with Dialogflow, saw how fulfillment worked when we use external APIs hosted on cloud functions as well as AWS Lambdas. And finally, in this module, we concluded with third-party integrations on Dialogflow. If you're interested in voice and bot technology, here are some other interesting courses that you could study on Pluralsight. Happy learning!